All right, Sky Super Rugby Aotearoa 2021. Take a peek. The draw is done and it all kicks off at the end of February. On offer Friday and Saturday night matches and the inclusion of some Sunday afternoon games as well. Here's the draw. Round one, it launches in Dunedin Friday the 26th of February. The Highlanders, they'll host the defending champs, the Crusaders, at Forsyth Bar Stadium. Saturday, the Hurricanes' opening game is in the capital against the Blues, with the Chiefs claiming the first bye. Round two, stand down the Blues. It's your bye week. But Friday, the 5th of March, the Chiefs are at home in Hamilton against the Highlanders. And on Saturday, the Canes are away to the Crusaders. Kick-off time, 7:05. But wait, there's more. Not only do all teams play home and away next year, we have a final. The top two teams play off for the title of Sky Super Rugby Aotearoa champion for 2021. We asked for it, we got it. I love the thought of a final. Rate it or hate it, team?
Absolutely love it. I love it. I think, we called for it last year. You said it, or JK, one of us did. It certainly wasn't me, but we need that sort of climax right at the very last sort of game. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. Need a winner.
Yeah, no, I'm in favour of finals. I think they bring something extra. You, as a player, you have to prepare differently. It comes down to moments. It's closer to a test match than the normal round robin. And I think that this last Super Rugby that we saw, Sky Super Rugby Aotearoa that we saw.
Got a nice ring to it, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. We wanted to see a final, and I think, the public wanted to see one. It's going to be great.
I like the fact they haven't decided to go for a semi, because I think it's a waste of time going. There was talk about, doing a semi then a final, but it's a waste of time having sort of pool matches, to actually define the four teams, because one's going to always miss out, right? So you've got to actually, reward that team that's sort of gone through and made the top of the table. So love the fact we're having a final. Absolutely love it.
It's a nice crescendo and a finale, and it could go either way. It could have gone either way, this competition.
Where's the final? Is that like the rugby league where the top side get the home?
Yeah, yet to be decided. So are you trying to say yes, it is? Are you trying to say that's going to be in Auckland then?
Totally.
Why don't we have a neutral venue? Why not somewhere like Queenstown or Invercargill?
Oh, I like that thought.
Maybe not.
Queenstown, that'd be nice. But look, speaking of Auckland, Mills is going pick me. We come as a package, truck and trailer unit. If you go, I go. All right, let's step through the teams and what these seasons look like. We're starting with the Blues, of course. We've got to keep JK happy. They're on the road to begin with, start their campaign in Wellington. They then put their feet up for a week and recover with a bye in round two. They launch back into it with 2 home games against the Highlanders and the Crusaders, and travel down State Highway 1 against the Chiefs. Not a major stretch. That's every team covered for them from April. The draw then, like the last one, flicked around. They play the franchise away if they host it, vice versa. JK, what do you reckon?
I personally think that the Blues are probably in the best position from a player profile that I've ever seen them in. Tupulotu, Dewani brothers, Ofa Tunganafasi. How many more have I missed? Oh, Bowden Barrett. Oh, I forgot that, didn't I? No, I didn't. His brother's coming too, by the way. The whole family's coming, don't worry about it.
So all 9 All Blacks are coming back to play for the Blues. So you know they're playing first round too.
Totally, and that's so important. But when you look at how they're building, Mills, they've got guys that are still hungry, that want to make the World Cup. So they're in really good, best shape I've seen them in.
OK, one team that needs to be in good shape, Mills, the Chiefs. They begin the season with a bye. Canterbury had that last year, didn't hurt them. They'll be watching from the wings in week 1. Then Hamilton hosts the Highlanders before they hit the road to Christchurch, then to Wellington, returning to home base for the Blues. Then we start again. No Sunday games for the Chiefs, Mills. That's unusual.
No, they like the glamour and lights of Hamilton. Come on, Bernie. But yeah,
Lulu bells at night have a nice ring to them.
Absolutely. But the thing is, with the Chiefs, obviously didn't win a game last year in Sky Super Rugby Aotearoa, but now is the actual chance. The big thing for me would be who plays 10, because Cruden was Caleb Trask, very young, up-and-coming rugby player. Does Damian McKenzie come back into the fold thinking, well, the All Blacks, are they seeing me as a 10 or 15? They are their biggest drivers, they're the main players, and so I'd like to see where that sort of, particularly in those first couple of rounds when they are back, who plays that 10.
Eloise, the Chiefs were, I think, unlucky. They went close so many times. I mean, look at the Farah Palmer Cup, the Waikato team. The Waikato can tune out some great players.
Yeah, they really can. Yeah, like you said, Mills, it's just the question around that number 10 spot. I think Damien, if he puts his hand up, definitely.
Even locking, that's your specialty position. I mean, having lost like guys like Retallick and co like that, they've had that. I know Tupou Vaia's has come out of nowhere, made the All Blacks, but that engine room, you've got to have something special going in there, and that really hard workers like yourself, making sure they're amongst it. I mean, that's what they're sort of needing at the time too.
Yeah, definitely, and like games are definitely won up front. with that tight 5.
I love it.
It finishes that way, eh?
The face screws up.
I was just wondering, is Retallick not back next year? Is his financial sabbatical over?
Yes, he is on sabbatical. Good question. We'll do some digging. All right, Hurricanes, the Canes, they get to round of the blocks at home to the Blues. Then they face the defending champs down the line. A week off will do them good, don't you think, before they climb back into the comp against the Chiefs at Sky Stadium. Then they wrap it up in Dunners against the Highlanders. A good draw for the Canes. Nice mix of days and times. I'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, and if you're a halfback in the Mitre 10 Cup, play really well because they don't have any.
Yeah, so TJ's off.
TJ's gone.
Jamie Booth has
Injured.
broken his leg.
Poor bugger.
Yeah, so
yeah.
interesting. We've gone from a riches of halfback to actually maybe a little bit light in the capital.
Yeah, and they looked really shaky early, and then they came back.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can never write the Hurricanes off, but I do think it's a turnover of players now. You know, Bowden's left, they need to cement the first 5, they need to replace TJ and Boothie. So they've got some challenges to get out amongst the Mitre 10 and get themselves some players.
You're right, though. They were super slow out of the blocks, the Canes, and then all of a sudden they were a force towards the end of the season.
It was actually when they beat the Chiefs. I think might have been away, I think it was away. When they started their sort of run, they had a bye. They sort of really got themselves, they galvanised, you know, then came back and then started like hitting their straps. And man, they really challenged it compared to the first game against the Blues. I think it is. It's that 9-10 combination again, like the Chiefs. And the other factor is TJ's not there anymore, so he can't actually play, that reserve team
That's
role.
right.
So that's key as well. Their depth in their bench is going to be very key as well.
Will be, right. Well, the pressure, it's going to be on the Crusaders from the get-go. They don't have far to go for their season opener. Dunedin against the Highlanders. Then they wait for the Hurricanes to blow into town. Host the Chiefs at home. That'll be a key game. They're their bogey team, I reckon. It's good for them to host the danger team first. It's Eden Park for the Blues. And this year they get to enjoy their bye week last, not first.
Yeah, is that fair?
Well, someone's got to have a bye
because they're going to be
last.
playing the Blues in the final, and they get a week off.
The Blues are playing the Chiefs in Queenstown, mate.
And they'll be trying to recover.
We're available.
They'll be trying to recover confidence after going to the second division in the Mitre 10, possibly.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah, no,
Too
look,
soon.
jokes aside, the Crusaders will always be a great side. They won it, the current champions. They'll always be hard to beat, and they'll need that bye at the end of the season, that lucky bye in round 10 to play.
Lucky bye, we keep it the LB. They're going for the LB. 3 Sunday games too for the Crusaders. Doesn't get much tougher than facing the Crusaders first up. The Landers will always deliver on the Great Southern Derby. We're of course talking the Highlanders. Week 2 sees them on the road to Chiefsville. They stay away and play the Blues. Enjoy a week off, then finish the first part of the home and away series against the Hurricanes on their own patch. Pretty much a Friday fest for the Landers. Students will absolutely love that, make it a super long weekend, won't they? And the Highlanders, again, they're probably one of those teams that were pretty unlucky. They didn't play awfully. They just didn't get the treats.
Well, in the Investec, before COVID, they were actually the team that struggled throughout, Aotearoa, and then when we thought they might be the bottom team, and the Chiefs ended up there. So they actually, played out of their skins. They've always had, they love that sort of, where they're the underdogs, aren't they? Title, the underdogs. Interesting though, new coach Eloise. I mean, he's relatively new, but his voice will be dominant. They've got Aaron Major now. They've got Tony Brown. He steps into the run, so that will be a little bit different for them too, right?
Yeah, definitely, and maybe, as you said, new coach, something fresh to throw into the mix, and lots of home games, as you're saying, on the Friday. So
yeah,
get the students out, get them behind the boys.
Nice.